fellow creatures and things that go bump in the night? Welcome back, back to another episode of Creature of the Night. I am your host, Toxin. Today I have a very special guest, my little brother, Silver.
What's going on, everybody? What's good?
From the what is your name?
TripleHBros.
Yes, the heavy hitter Hernandez brothers, if you don't know. Today I thought, it's not necessarily a fairy tale. It's just an old school, story that we all grew up listening to at one point or another. And I am happy that they're finally doing like a dark twist to these kind of films. So yeah, we're speaking, of course, of the Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Now, I'm not too familiar with the original story, but it does take place to when Christopher Robin finally grows up and he has to leave his friends behind in the forest. Right. He goes off to college, and this is kind of like what happens when, like, the theory with everything, like you domesticate animals and then you throw them back into the wild. They don't know how to fend for themselves. Mm-hmm. So they can either die or they go back to their wild ways, but totally feral. And this one took the very dark turn, and they went feral. But it's weird because they're very human. They're humanoids. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's clear if they eat flesh.
Probably.
Or what. But I know they like to torture people and shit. And I do like how they made them look.
They look really dope.
They look really dope. They look cheap. It's a low budget movie. But they look creepy. Because at first I thought it was maybe people dressing up.
Yeah, people
as the characters.
As the characters.
But it's actually them. It's actually Pooh. It's actually Piglet. And those are the two that we see.
Yeah, it's only Pooh and Piglet. That's all it is.
And they eat Igor.
Igor is the depressed donkey.
I thought that was kind of messed up that they did that, but whatever.
Cannibalism.
To each his own.
That's
and right. I like that, it kind of goes with what life too, like whatever decisions you make in life, you have to, suffer the consequences or, pay for your actions, whatever happens. So he wants to go back after so many years. He's actually engaged now, and that's when he meets his friends, and they comes fuck back, his world up.
They do. He comes back to, I think it was a treehouse, right?
The
little play place that they had. And he goes over to his wife. They go to the cabin, and they see somebody. They think it's just a random person. But then Christopher and his wife come out, and Piglet comes out of nowhere, strangles his wife right in front of him, chokes her to death. Christopher starts running. Piglet and Winnie are already there. They brought him back to the cave. Mm-hmm. They're torching the hell out of him. Mm-hmm. Scars and bruises everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I with this again, the movie it was more comedic than it was scary. It was it was just funny to me to see these characters that I grew up watching become violent and seeing what like the world and harsh reality of nature does to people and how they kind of went back to their old savage ways. And I liked it. It left, I believe it left a cliffhanger because I think a woman got away, and there's talks, I think they're already making, or it's already done filming, and it's going to be released soon, a part 2. But what I was more excited about was the opening of this universe now. Now that we have this Pooh, this Winnie the Pooh person who's indestructible, because they kill Piglet.
Yeah, they do.
They kill Piglet, they strangle him, I think.
It's Michael Myers, basically, in an animal form.
Yeah. And it's funny because Pooh takes out like 3 truckers, like it's not like he's taking out the garbage or something. So it wasn't too much story. It was the friends who got away to a cabin in the woods, and these things are already like terrorizing the town around them because even the truck, like the person who owned the gas station knew about them.
Oh yeah.
And he kind of leaves them to his own, like, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you kind of situation. And so it was weird, like how they were running this little place. And so it wasn't too much story. I really didn't care who died, who lived.
The kills were dope though. I like the kills.
Yeah, he likes the kills. And he found out, what did you say the second one was going to be?
I found out that Tiger and the owl.
Tiger.
Tigger and the owl are
coming. I don't know Owl's name. You got
Owlet or something like that. It's coming back for part 2, and the tiger looks pretty dope, bro. It's got fangs and everything, and it looks pretty dope.
I think, I mean, Tiger and Pooh were all Tigger and Pooh were always my favorite, so it's cool to see what they're gonna make Tigger look like. But it's kind of weird because at the beginning of this movie, when they're showing the little illustrations like they did in the book or in the movie, the cartoon movies, they don't show. They don't show Tigger or the owl. It's only Piglet, Pooh, Igor, and the rabbit.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So we don't even know. It's kind of like up to the big. What happened to those people? Did they go off and it's like one big gang? They're controlling another part of the forest, or what's going on? I don't know. But like I was saying, it does open the door for a universe. Now there's already talks about Pinocchio Unstrung, a Steamboat Willie, which is Mickey Mouse. There's like a video game and 2 different horror movies that are going to be released. And so I'm like excited for that. There's a new horror version of Peter Pan coming out. Yeah, Peter Pan coming out. And there's another one, I forget what it is. I think a Dark Alice in Wonderland and something else.
It was just to open the door to all these fictional characters.
And I thought that was dope because, sorry to cut you off, but like for me, if you know fairy tales or not urban legends, what's like just folk tales and stuff like that, they all have kind of a dark history. They're kind of dark in some ways. For Pooh, for instance, there's a theory that each one represents a different mental disease. Yeah, that Christopher Robin himself may or may not have had, and it's all in his head. So I like all that. Like I just can't wait to see what they're gonna do with the universe.
What I think, back to what I was saying, open up the door. Yeah, right. It's gonna open up the door, but I think there's also a talks of an evil Batman, a Superman. This is probably gonna give us a Bugs Bunny killer, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm just saying.
Okay, so they gave us a horror Superman already, and that was Brightburn.
Oh yeah.
So I already discussed that, and there was supposed to be a dark Justice League type of situation where there were horror characters, like if they were evil or something like that. Mm-hmm. So that would be pretty cool. But that was years ago. So who knows if that's still a thing, if that's gonna happen. I hope so, but yeah, who knows. Right. But yeah, you have any closing statements that you want to make?
No.
Yeah, guys, I think just because it's nostalgic, just because it was funny and the kills were pretty dope, I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. Again, that's just my opinion. It was funny to me, and I highly recommend it. Not if you're a big Winnie the Pooh fan. I know some people were really disgusted with it. So yeah, to each his own, guys. I don't remember where we watched it.
I don't remember.
It might have been Netflix.
It was an NPC app.
I don't know. So who knows what it could be. But yeah, guys. Again, I'm your host, Toxin.
It's your boy, Silver.
And till next time, guys, if you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Beware the moon, guys.